Have you ever watched your mother or your father sitting quietly by the window and wondered, how much longer do I get to keep them by my side? We all think we have time, but life doesn't always work that way. When people leave us, they rarely leave suddenly. The truth is, the body always gives us signs beforehand. It whispers warnings. It shows us clues. It pleads for us to pay attention. But most people don't. Most people only recognize these signs when it's already too late. And the thing that breaks our hearts even more is not just the moment we lose them. It's the regret of knowing, if only I had known sooner, if only I had paid more attention. Today, I'm going to share with you 5 warning signs that often appear in a person's final year of life. These signs are not meant to scare you. They're meant to help you prepare. Because when you recognize them early, not only will you care better for your loved ones, you'll love them more deeply. You'll treasure every moment, and you'll never have to say, I wish I had more time. Stay with me until the end, because sign number 3 is the one most people overlook. Sign number 1, sudden unintentional weight loss. I still remember the first time I noticed something different about Mr. Thomas, the elderly man who lived just 2 houses down from mine. He had always been strong and independent. Every morning he would slowly walk to his mailbox, wearing his favorite brown hat. Every evening you could see him sitting on his porch, sipping tea, watching the world go by. But then it started happening. His clothes looked a little looser, his arms thinner. The old leather belt he had worn for years now tightened 2 extra holes. Not because he was dieting, not because he was trying to lose weight, but because his body was speaking the first truth, the one most people overlook. This is the first sign, sudden unintentional weight loss. It is often the body's very first whisper that something deeper is going on. Not just eating less, but the body no longer processing food the way it used to. Muscles beginning to weaken, appetite slowly fading. And when you ask them, why aren't you eating much these days? They'll smile and say, I'm just not very hungry. But behind those simple words, the body is slowing down, preparing. This is why weight loss in the elderly is so dangerous, because it happens quietly. It creeps in silently, until one day you realize their clothes don't fit. Their plate is only half full. Their strength is slowly leaving them. But here's what matters most. At this point, it's not about forcing them to eat more. It's about sitting with them, holding their hand, sharing small meals they love, creating memories while they can still enjoy them. Because food keeps the body alive, but connection keeps the heart alive. Sign number 2, extreme fatigue and persistent weakness. At first, it's so small, you almost don't notice. They sit on the bed a little longer before standing up. They lean on the wall as they walk down the hallway. They start saying things like, give me a minute, I'm a little tired today. But then days turn into weeks, and suddenly, even getting out of bed feels like climbing a mountain. This is the second warning sign, extreme fatigue and persistent weakness. It's the kind of tiredness that no amount of sleep can fix. Why? Because at this stage, the body isn't tired from effort. It's tired from slowing down, from shutting down. The heart is working harder. Muscles are weaker. Every step feels heavier. You may notice them napping more often, for longer periods than usual. And even after resting, they're still exhausted. This is the body conserving energy for what truly matters: breathing, thinking, feeling. The basic needs to sustain life. And here's the heartbreaking truth. Sometimes they will quietly stop doing the things they used to love. Not because they want to, but simply because they no longer have the energy. At this moment, what matters most is patience. Sit with them, slow down your words, let them rest when they need to. Hold their hand, listen more than you speak. Because what they need most is not to be pushed, but to be loved, right where they are. Sign number 3, memory decline, withdrawal, emotional distance. This sign breaks the heart the most. It's when the sharp mind you once knew begins to fade. They forget small things. They repeat stories. They lose track of time. You might hear them say, "What day is it today? Where did I put my glasses? Did we already have lunch?" But the hardest part is the emotional withdrawal. They talk less. They stop joining family dinners. They sit by the window, lost in their own world. Not because they're angry, not because they don't love you, but because their mind is quietly letting go. What they need most at this time is gentleness. Don't correct them harshly. Don't argue over forgotten facts. Just be there. Talk about old memories. Remind them they are safe. Let them feel loved even when they can't always remember why. Because even when the mind forgets, the heart remembers love. Sign number 4, frequent illness, slow healing wounds. This sign is nature's quiet signal that the body is struggling. A small cold that lasts for weeks, a tiny cut that won't heal. Infections become more frequent and harder to fight off. It might be pneumonia. It might be a urinary tract infection. It might be a simple bruise that darkens and doesn't fade. Why? Because the immune system is slowly weakening. This is not the time for aggressive treatments unless absolutely necessary. This is the time for comfort care. Keep them warm, keep them clean, keep them hydrated. Moisturize their skin, protect them from infections as much as possible. Because now, every bit of energy matters. Sign number 5, changes in breathing. Cold hands and feet, pale or bluish skin. This sign is often the body's final whisper before goodbye. You may notice their hands and feet feeling colder, their skin looking pale or bluish, their breathing slowing down, becoming irregular. Sometimes they pause between breaths. Sometimes they breathe more through their mouth. This is the body conserving energy for its final journey. Your role now is to create peace, soft lighting, gentle music, tender touch, whispers of love. Let them know they are safe. Let them know it's okay to rest. Let them go with love, not fear. Life never guarantees us time, but love, guarantees presence. The greatest gift you can give someone in their final days is not more medicine. This is no longer about advice. It's about more love, more patience, more gentleness, more quiet moments together. Because in the end, people don't regret leaving life. They regret the moments they didn't live fully. And you still have time. Use it well. Use it beautifully. While you still can. If this video touched your heart, if you're caring for someone who's growing older, leave a comment below. Tell us, what is one thing you still want to say to them while there's still time? Because sometimes writing it down reminds us to speak it out loud. Share your story. Let your love be seen. And if this message matters to you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Not just to support us, but to remind someone else out there. Love is always worth expressing, especially before it's too late.